Hey, welcome back. You can hear them coming your way. They're grumpy about the day. They just walked in the door. Everything's going wrong in their world, and it's only 9:05. They're always miserable. She's never happy. The world is awful to her. There's always drama that she wants to suck you into, and you feel drained around them. So let's talk about toxic people. Welcome, inspired ladies. I'm Claire Hughes, an empowerment coach, and I'm here for women who are ready to break through fears, set and meet goals, and build their confidence to live as their truest self. If you've seen me before, say hello in the chat. If you're watching in the replay, give me a hashtag replay and let me know who you are and where you're from. Toxic people. How do we know they are one? These are the people that will drag you down. They're annoying, demanding. They have no respect for your boundaries. They're never happy. Do you know anyone like this? Let me know in the comments below. There's that one coworker that tells you every thought that enters her head, and you don't like to spend much time with her. And then there's the boyfriend who twists the truth and manipulates you out of doing things that you know would be good for you. What do these mean? It means your coworker is annoying and frustrating, but your boyfriend is toxic. Each person has their own tolerance level, but be prepared for the day that you need to move them out of your life. Some signs that a person is toxic are, like I mentioned earlier, that they're manipulative. It's not enough for them to be in control of themselves, but now they want to be in control of you as well. And it may not be blatant manipulation. Sometimes it can be subtle, but either way, it's there and they're toxic. They are takers. There's no give and take. It's only a taking game for them. They want what they want, and they will do as much as they can to take it from you. You know, you always hear those people on TV where someone moves in with somebody and they're not working, they're not paying bills, they're not contributing to the home, and he or she will do it for as long as you let them. They could be your children who have moved back. It could be just someone that you know. But either way, they're not contributing anything. They're just taking and taking, and they're going to do it for as long as you let them. Toxic people also have, I'm looking at my hair, it's such a mess, oh my gosh. Toxic people also have no respect for your boundaries. They're obnoxious. They behave badly. They think it's funny. You're always embarrassed when you're with them. And it's all about them, and they consider it fun, but it's really not fun. It's just really embarrassing. But they don't care because they're a toxic person. They are never wrong. Toxic people are never wrong. Even when they flat out know they're wrong, they will never admit it. They'll never apologize. And they're not honest. For example, I know a guy who tells stories so often that he believes them to be true, but he will never admit that it's BS. He tells them over and over to impress people, and they are flat out not true. And the story gets bigger and bigger every time he tells it. This person is toxic. They are always a victim too. Toxic people are always playing the victim. They find some way to prove that the world is against them. It's everybody else's fault, and that they are in the position and in life that they're in. They blame their parents, demographics, finances, race, fast food restaurants. Everybody else is to blame for them not having what they want and being where they want to be, because the universe is against them. Excuse me. A healthy person sees their circumstances and works to never be in that space again. They take ownership of their life and where they are right now and work their hardest to change their life instead of being a victim. But not only are toxic people victims, but they never take responsibility for anything. They always have bad luck. Life just goes wrong for them. This is just what life has handed them. It's never meant to be for them. They're never going to get ahead. There's always a reason for that. The universe is somehow against them having happiness and living an amazing life. They never take responsibility that it was them that got them and their choices that got them where they are. Do you know any of these people? I'd love to hear if you know any of these people. Life is not going the way they want it to. They take responsibility for none of their actions and none of their choices. It's just that the world is against them getting ahead, which is completely ridiculous. So sometimes we don't even notice these people right away because we have limited time with them, which is great. But if you do end up spending a lot of time with them, it's important to understand the type of person that they are and just how damaging that they can be to your life. If they're around you often, you really can begin to have stress and anxiety, and that leads to other problems. So it's really important that you recognize these people and try to remove yourself as much as possible from them. Once you know a person is toxic, ask yourself, would you want this person to be an active part of your life? Are they helping you grow? Are you learning about yourself? Are they supporting your hopes and dreams? The answer is probably no. They influence you to make poor decisions, cause you to doubt yourself and your abilities. They're embarrassing, and you feel completely drained of all positive energy when they're around. I was in a relationship once where the person made me feel bad about the way I looked. They ripped up my confidence. I handed decisions over to them that I was perfectly capable of making because now I questioned myself and doubted myself. I didn't feel worthy of anyone or anything. And I allowed this to happen. I own it. But it was a subtle toxicity. Small comments were made, the way questions were presented, the way actions took place. It made me feel less and less about myself until one day I realized what was happening and I started to take my superpowers back. Yes, this is important. And as you can imagine, that didn't go over well, and the relationship, happily for me, came to an end. And I will never allow myself to go back there again. I have boundaries, and I will not allow them to be crossed ever again. So for some people, finding toxic people is something that they grow up around, and they don't really notice that these people are toxic because this is what they are used to. Some people grew up in an environment where it was toxic, so this is what they took with them. And when they got on their own, they looked for the same people, knowing it's not healthy, but it's what they're used to and it's what they're comfortable, and it's also, sadly, what they feel they deserve. And this is just not a good thing. You have to try and break this cycle. It's vital to your future to remove toxic people and end the cycle of them being in your life. There's also toxic bosses who berate you, family and friends, whoever they are. See them for who they are and ask yourself, are they going to be good for you to have in your life? And I'm willing to bet the answer is no. It's a contagious behavior which makes them even more dangerous to have in your life. When you try to remove yourself and distance yourself, it won't go well because it's not about you. It's about them and what they want. They might not get the message right away. And when they do, they can make it pretty ugly for your life. Don't spend a lot of time explaining your reasons why you don't want them in your life. It's just fuel to the fire. They'll want to argue. They'll want to get you into this game. So take control of things before any of this happens and don't allow it. You are in control of your life, not them. The less information, the better. You don't want them in your life anymore because they just aren't healthy to be around. Drop the mic, walk away. And stick to your guns. They're going to come back. Remember, they're manipulative. They're never wrong. So stand strong in your decision. Tell them in a public place if you have to. Block them on social media. But don't get pulled into arguing when they know what buttons to push. You need to create distance, find new friends, go to new coffee shops, spend very little time in the same places that you used to share, and do your best to create some distance. hopefully they get the message and they decide that they don't want you in their life. However they want to twist it, it's a win for you. Slowly ghost them from your life. And if you happen to be around them again, there's no reason to get into a long explanation. Don't get roped into the game. Stand true to your decision and don't feed into it. It will drive them crazy because when you were once their puppet, now you're new, you're stronger, you found your internal strength, and you're able to walk away. Your message is that you are worthy and you're ready to accept happiness and joy, and let their dysfunction be theirs. Walk through the door a new, stronger, healthier person with a stronger, healthier life, and don't let this kind of person ever be a part of your life again. I'm here today as your empowerment coach to help you change how you go through life, break through fears, and help you find your superpowers to remain strong in your life. So stick to your guns. Take time to invest in yourself, recognize what's holding you back, and do the work to get on the path to where you want to be and who you want to become. Take massive action to change your life and find the things that you're really good at and drill down on them. And don't ever let a toxic person manipulate your life again. Find your superpowers and stay strong. If you're ready to change your life and invest in yourself and build an incredible life, message me. I'd love to hear from you. If you've enjoyed this video too, please share it. I have a YouTube channel now, Claire's Inspired. I'd love you to subscribe to it, share it with your friends. I'm on a mission to build an inspired community and help as many women as possible live an incredible life. So thanks for joining me and stay inspired. Have a good night.